Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having an awesome day. This is episode 3 of Jesse's Top 10 Fave. This episode, I'm sharing with you my top 10 fave Cher songs of all time. Yes, Cher, the entertainer of the millennium, of last millennium. She's been in the game for 50 years now. She has a broad discography of hits, of songs, and she's even an actress. She won an Oscar. She has been in movies. She has done it all, honestly. She's one of the best entertainers of our millennium, and she is in her 70s. She's actually releasing an album this coming Friday. It is a covers album. She's covering ABBA songs. She already released SOS and Gimme 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 a Man After Midnight. The album is called Dancing Queen. So this is going to be a little bit of a tribute week leading up to that album on Friday. Kind of like what I did last week for Carrie Underwood. She released her newest album, Cry Pretty. So I did my top 10 fave Carrie Underwood songs. So this week I'm doing, like I said earlier, my top 10 favorite Cher songs. So sit back and relax and let's get into it. Okay, so kicking it off, number 10, Gimme 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 a Man After Midnight, the lead single off her coming ABBA covers album. That's coming out on Friday. Dancing Queen, really exciting. Number 10, Gimme 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 a Man After Midnight. So a little bit of an embarrassing fact for you guys. When I first heard this song, I had never heard the original ABBA version of Gimme 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 a Man After Midnight. The only version I had heard was Cher's version. So when I heard it, I was like, oh, Cher is sampling Madonna. Little did I know that Madonna sampled ABBA's Gimme 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 a Man After Midnight for her single Hung Up, which I didn't know at the time. I just thought that was an original song Madonna was singing. In terms of the background track. It wasn't until I heard this song that I realized that Madonna sampled Gimme 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 a Man After Midnight for her single Hung Up. So that was a little embarrassing for me to finally find that out after, 13 years? Oh my god. Mind blown. And very embarrassing. And for those of you who don't know, there was a sequel released to Mamma Mia this past summer. Cher was in it, so I like to think the inspiration for this album that she's releasing on Friday, A Dancing Queen, was because of her role in that movie. So now we are moving on to track number 9 on my list, which is I Hope You Find It, off her album from 2013 called Closer to the Truth. Okay, so moving right along to number 8, off her album from 1998, Believe, it is Strong Enough. I mean, let's be real here, this is a pop song from the 90s, so any artist who released any kind of album or singles in the 90s is almost guaranteed to be a hit and a very good song. 90s was the golden age of pop music, so it's no surprise that when she released Believe, it is probably one of her most iconic albums of the modern age. And very memorable, lots of hits on there that you will see on this list, starting with Strong Enough, number 8. I can only imagine that when that song was released back in the 90s, that was probably played on routine repeatedly in gay clubs around the world. I can only imagine, right? And moving on to number 7, off her 2001 album, Living Proof, we have Alive Again. Okay, guys, so we are going back in time to more than 45 years ago to 1971. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. Oldest song on this list. A really good song. Love it. Oddly enough, I only heard this song, I kid you not, maybe a few years ago for the very first time, and I instantly loved it. Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. Never had schooling, but he taught me well. Okay, so we have reached the halfway point of my list. Number 5, You Haven't Seen the Last of Me, in the movie Burlesque that she starred in with Christina Aguilera, which I have seen. It's actually a fairly decent movie, a fairly decent musical. I actually enjoy it. So this is You Haven't Seen the Last of Me from the 2010 album Closer to the Truth and the movie Burlesque. Number 4 on my list, Song for the Lonely from her, again, 2001 album, Living Proof. Fantastic song. I love this song. It's pretty much an anthem for all those misfits, for everyone who feels alone, who feels like they don't fit in. This is a song for the lonely. This is for all you freaks, loners, people who don't fit in, who are trying to reach the stars, and for all you who are trying to find meaning in the world around us amongst the chaos. Song for the lonely, for you and for me. Guys, we have made it to the top 3. Number 3 on my list is All or Nothing from her 1998 album, Believe. I like to think one of the most iconic albums from the 90s. Already we had Strong Enough, and now we have All or Nothing. Number 3 on my list. We made it to the top 2. If I could turn back time, 1989. Yes, I'm sure you have heard this song everywhere, at department stores, at festivals, wherever. It is a very popular song. One of the most popular songs, at least I think, from the 80s. If I could turn back time, from her 1989 album, Heart of a Stone. Guys, we have made it to number 1, one of the most iconic pop songs of all time, one of the most iconic pop songs from the 90s, and the most iconic song from Cher herself, Believe, from the 1998 album Believe, played in clubs around the world, especially gay clubs to this day. It is an icon in the gay community. It is one of the greatest pop songs ever recorded, auto-tuned to the max, but who cares? This is Believe, my number 1 song on my list of top 10 Cher songs of all time.